Irene's voice, clear and beautiful, the only real thing about her, was soaring clearly through the building. She remembered now that her mother had been looking at her with an odd expression during the day. She'd been too busy to wonder what it meant. She understood now. Mother knew what Walter had enlisted. Mother had such endurance. I must stay here and see things through, said Rilla, clasping her full hands together. The rest of the evening had always seemed like a fevered dream to her. Her body was crowded by people, but her soul was alone in a torture chamber all of its own. As she stood before the audience, she saw one face only, that of a handsome lad, sitting beside her mother. She saw that same face lying in the trenches, cold and dead under the stars, the light blotted out of its eyes, 100 horrible things. She stood there on the beflagged Glen platform, her own face whiter than the milky crab blossoms in her hair. But the concert never ended. It ended at last. Olive Kirk rushed up to her and exultantly told her that they'd made $100. That's good, said Rilla mechanically. Then they were gone. Thank God they were all gone. Walter was waiting for her at the door. Silently, he slipped his arm through hers. They walked together down the road. The frogs were singing in the marshes. Dim and silvered fields of home lay all around them. The spring night was lovely and appealing. Rilla felt that its beauty was an insult to her pain. She would hate the moonlight forever. You know, said Walter. Yes, Irene told me, said Rilla chokingly. We didn't want you to know until the night was over. Little sister, I had to do it. I couldn't go on living with myself on such terms as I'd been since Lusitania had sunk, when I pictured those dead women and children floating in that pitiless, ice-cold water. Well, first I just felt a sort of nausea with life. I wanted to get out of a world where such a horrible thing could happen, shake its accursed dust from my feet. Then I knew I had to go. Walter, there are plenty without you. Little sister, that isn't the point. I'm going for my own sake, to save my soul alive. If I don't, it'll shrink into something small and meaningless and lifeless. That would be worse than blindness or mutilation or anything else that I feared. You may be killed. Rilla hated herself for saying it. She knew it was a weak and cowardly thing to say. Come see slow, or come see fast, quoth Walter. It isn't death I fear. I told you that long ago, Rilla. There can be too high a price paid from your life. There's so much hideousness in this war. I've got to go and stamp it out. That is my duty. Be brave, Rilla. You were so plucky when Jim left. That was different. Rilla had to stop after every word to fight back a wild outburst of sobs. I love Jim, of course, but when he went, we thought the war would soon be over, and you were everything to me, Walter. Little sister, you must be brave to help me. I feel exalted tonight. For the first time since Jim left, I've got my self-respect back. I can write poetry. I haven't been able to write a line of it since last August. But there will be times when I don't feel like this. You must be brave to help me. I will try, Walter. I will try. As she sat there with her face pressed against his shoulder, she knew that it had to be. She accepted the fact then and there. He had She had seen it coming to her all along. Coming. Coming. As the shadow of a dark cloud draws near over a sunny field, swiftly and inescapably. Amid all her pain, she was conscious of an odd feeling of relief hidden somewhere deep in her soul. For all winter, there had been lurking a little unacknowledged soreness. And now she knew that no one could ever